for your fifth and final spot here in the top five, I think we're going to go ahead and talk about the three that it comes down to in my mind. The first one here we're going to talk about is the spot, and I think from this one's hock up and forward, I think this one's a no-brainer to me. This thing is very, very good in terms of the way that his shoulder blade and front foot and just the set to his arm all lay in him up front. Still extremely good in terms of his look ahead of his blade. Just love the shape to that thing's mid-body, his freshness up high, how square he is in terms of his hip. I guess to be critical of that one, I just want to see him just flex his hock and rear ankle just a nickel better. If we could do that, I think he's the one that's got that last spot without question, because that's a square-built, stout-featured, good-looking rascal that's got shape and got muscle. Another one that comes into contention is the young lady's Duroc, and I think one that, while he's not wanting to present himself as good in terms of in terms of the video today, I think another one that represents a lot of quality in terms of his extra extension ahead of his blade and through his length of hip. It's an incredibly long-hipped red one that's still fresh and got shape up high. He's square and true underneath. I think a hog that gets out and goes and uses his hind leg extremely well. Shape to the middle part of his body is extremely good as well. I don't read him quite as dense in terms of his features, maybe the spotted barrow, and maybe as you get ultra critical of him structurally, he's just a nickel straighter in terms of his arm and his front knee. The other one's the young lady's Chester, and I think one that if we were to just prop him up and take a picture of him, he's one that I think could take an incredible picture, because that one's elevated up front, the way his neck ties into his blade and the shape to his skull and stoutness of feature all go extremely well. He proportions out extremely good. Love his hip and hind leg and just the drive to his hock and his rear foot. He's another one that hits me a nickel straighter through his front end, maybe wants to search out of his shoulder there the longer we go with him. But I think he's once again one that's very, very good. When it boils down to it, I think all three are extremely good. All three are extremely high quality. One that just does it better for me here at the end is the young lady's Spot. He'll be your fifth overall.